I didn't tell them to start. Why did they start? It's fine. We're fine. I figured it out just in time. It's great. It's fine. It's fun. Are they just going? They're just going. They're just going. They're just going. They're just going. All right, cool. Hey, what up, everybody? Welcome. We got ourselves another fun race, tournament style. You know how it is. We got, what is this, 7 people? That's not that many. Psych! It's 14, baby. What is going on? Was this a false start? Hold on. Let me do some... investigations here. It seems like everything's fine. We're just going to say everything's fine because that's easier for me. If something weird happened, that's unfortunate, and we'll figure it out after the fact. Regardless, this is Guarded OG, the preset where it is basically the same as the original version of the randomizer, released all the way back in, I think, late 2018, 2019, somewhere around there. And the only major difference being that all of the bosses are now have the potential to give either lead directly to a relic or just drop a relic straight up, in the case of the Castlevania 3 trio. And we got ourselves a huge race with 14 people. We got Matthias, we got Godchild, we got Superts, we got Vey, we got Ren, we got Crazy Four Blades, we got Razio, we got Sestrin, we got Veranos, we got Dinner Dog, we got Fire, we got Refined Hornet, we got Scrimps, and we got Jupiter. So, very interesting that Scrimps had to reset early, but, you know, it seems like maybe some silliness may have happened, perhaps. It's fine. We'll figure it out after the fact, and if we need to adjust placements or times because of that, I'll figure it out. I would like for this to be as fair of a competition as possible. I think there might have been a false start scare or something like that. It's probably fine. Alrighty. Meanwhile, I think Dinner Dog is probably the farthest ahead, followed shortly behind by Fire and Jupiter as well. They're all pretty much chilling. Dinner Dog got a thrust sword drop, and so did Jupiter. Was that a random drop from a skeleton? Or from a, must have been a zombie, right? Those are the only things that can randomly drop early on in the game. What the heck? Very interesting. Oh my god, Fire! You don't have enough MP for this! What are you doing? He's trying to wolf rise! No, you don't have enough MP! Brother! He's wasting his time! Oh, that's... He's so based for going for it! Wait, maybe? Wait, huh? What? His MP's not draining from the thrust attack. What happened? What? Wait. How? His MP just stopped draining after a while. What the heck? Well, he got a Holy J, so, you know, that's crazy. Will anybody else do these extra checks early? It's technically possible. With Wolf Rising, it's technically possible. It's just not super fast most of the time. Most people expect to have to backtrack through here anyways. So the standard idea is that you just go through the Alchemy Lab like normal, like pretty much what Dinner Dog is doing. And the plan is to come back and then backtrack to do those checks. And I think most people, even if they got the Thrust Sword, everybody has the thrust sword. It was a starting weapon. I'm so sorry. I misread what was going on screen. Okay. So everybody has access to the thrust sword. That's good at the very least that they all have the same routing option. Like if they find gravity boots or whatever. But they also have a wolf transformation. It's fine. Why is it a J? You know, the world may never know. The world works in mysterious ways. Oh my god. Based Fire. He's going for it. I don't understand how he stopped losing magic after a while. Yeah, you can, wait. You can just do the thrust attack even if you have low MP? And it stops draining MP after a while? Is that just in the game? I never knew this. I always assumed that the game would stop letting you thrust. Wait. Then why do I refill my MP in my pacifist run? What's happening? Was I just doing Wolf Rises wrong my entire life? It's slow as balls. It is slow as balls. Fire is definitely missing out for that one. Maybe he just cuts his losses and never checks that item. Meanwhile, it looks like Jupiter's opting to go up to Colosseum. Dinner Dog is opting to go to Outer Wall instead. And then we have a spattering of different options here. I'm curious to see what Jupiter finds. In fact, we should probably switch to him as the center here. There it is. We're playing guarded OG, so this doesn't have any extra modifications to like mechanics or anything like that. Ooh, wait, Echo here again? Hold on. That was the same as last seed. So Jupiter basically finds nada for going this route. Meanwhile, Dinner Dog pretty much in the lead so far, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I think he's also taking the best route so far. Yeah, pretty much. A couple of other people are deciding to go up into Aurochs's quarters early. Not really finding much for doing so, but it is an option. I think Outer Wall was the better option overall. Axelord Armor, interesting. Axelord Armor was in that vase. Will anybody be based enough to use the Axelord Armor? I don't know. Yes, any thrust sword is considered progression, technically. It's something that the game doesn't expect you to use to progress anywhere, but in the hands of a speedrunner, you could use and take advantage of thrust swords to gain extra height in specific places and go out of bounds, or not out of bounds, but either way, Bat is at Outer Wall, so right now Dinner Dog is the one who is eating well. Look at his dog avatar. This is literally Dinner Dog's face right now as he sees Soul of Bat this early, thinking to himself, boy, oh boy, I can't wait to eat that up. Also hasn't entered the library yet. Now, the question is, will Dinner Dog do the patented Dinner Dog library skip? My guess is yes. Dinner Dog is very well known for opting to not go to the library unless he has Form of Mist. And I think this is actually a really smart play because when you go through the library, you're almost asking to go back through the library again later once you find Mist because it's very... it just feels wrong to abandon the Soul of Bat location. So what Dinner Dog's trying to do is he's trying to cover as many bases as possible by saying, okay, I will simply find Mist later, and then I'll be able to full clear the library. Now, will this super pay off for him? It depends, right? From my understanding, I think everybody found an Opal early on. Speaking of Wolf Rising, Jupiter is Wolf Rising to skip the fight with Doppelganger, which is very funny. Is it worth it? I don't know. Dude, look at the mouse. The mouse was jumping around. Okay, well, if you didn't see the mouse on Jupiter's screen, I apologize. I didn't have him focused, but... yeah, overall, I'm very happy with Dinner Dog's routing. Meanwhile, I think Hornet... sorry, shuffling everybody around. Hornet's in the shop, and in the shop with 8K, you can buy Medusa Shield, you can buy Iron Shield. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot worth buying for 8K right now, actually. Varda for 8K. So, yeah. That's the other thing that's good about saving the shop and the whole library for later is you can come back with more money. So by the time Dinner Dog enters the library, it's possible that he has enough money to buy 2 Vardas, you know? So basically with 2 Vardas, your fists are enough to full clear the entire game at that point. So it's probably fine. Ooh, Hornet missing up the book jump. Very unfortunate. I do want to see what relic is up there. I think Jupiter might be heading over there right now. Oh, Jupiter messes up the book jump too. Book jump too hard. Please nerf. Wow. It looks like Viranos also here in the top left is also opting to skip library. Interesting. A lot of library skippers. Who's gonna... Oh my god, the books are relentless. Will anybody get the book jump? Will anybody find out what is at the fairy location? Nobody's able to do it. The books are too powerful. Okay, Jupiter has a good setup. Jupiter has a good setup. One more thrust and he makes it. Okay, let's find out. Was it worth it? No, it was not. Also, all these people are entering. Oh, they're going to be so mad. I just realized they entered library before checking the outer wall location. The outer wall location was Soul of Bat. They could have been using Bat this whole time. Oh, no. Oh, that's rough. Oh, yeah, that would have saved a lot of time. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Meanwhile, Dinner Dog finding the Rib of Vlad in the Castle Keep God's Garb. Yasasuna as well. That's a fantastic weapon. He doesn't need to worry about damage pretty much. 69 damage per swing. Swings very fast, similar to a Chrysogrim. He's feeling nice. Does Dinner Dog, the GOAT of Guarded OG right now, does he finish first in 2 separate Guarded OG tournament races? Because he finished first in the last one. If he snipes first, again, he's basically confirming that no one else can get first. And there's Form of Mist. He's got it all. He's got the Bat. He's got the Wolf. He's got the Mist. Dinner Dog's route is just, it's good. It's really good. Skipping library is really good. Oh, and there's the Jewel of Open. It's everything. It's everything he's ever wanted and more. He can do whatever he wants. His route possibilities are incredibly open right now. Honestly, I think going to caverns as early as possible here could be nice. So that way you can get a Gold Ring and then Spike Breaker. So that way you can combine them once you revisit Alrox's quarters. He still has to do the Alchemy Lab checks. Oh, is that a library card? No fucking way, dude. Oh my god. This is just... Everybody who went to the library just wasted their time. Simply skip the library and find the library card later. It's that simple. Oh my god. This is actually the best case scenario for a library skip. Oh my god. And I don't think anybody else is doing a library skip nearly as well, right? I guess it's Veranos over here who's a little bit farther behind movement-wise, but is doing also a similar route. So that is very bold, but it's going to pay off. Honestly, I wouldn't have went to entrance if I was Dinner Dog, which is crazy, and I would have missed out on the library card like a big dumb idiot. Fire of Bat, don't need that. Save split, what a god. Meanwhile, anything interesting happening here? No, not really. Seems like most everybody has went to library, it seems. I think everybody has gone to library at least once, right? It's hard to tell because there's not really like anything in the library that's worth grabbing. But everybody seems to have Bat. Very interesting. Very interesting. Oh, Fire is doing Alrox first. In skipping Castle Keep? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's ill-advised. How did he even get here? Oh, because he had the warp. Oh, he warped here immediately? Oh, he's trying to do like a combination route where since he has the warp for Alrox's quarters, he went through Castle Keep, or sorry, through to Outer Wall, and then warp to Alrox's quarters, and then he's going to do Alrox's quarters, and then do the clockwise route kind of from there. I don't think it's really worth it. I feel like it's better to just go from Clock Tower to get to Keep, and then do Alrox later, maybe? I don't know. I'm torn on whether this is like conceptually a good idea or not. Obviously, if there were good relics at Olrox's quarters, then it's worth it. Like if Mist was there or whatever, but I don't know. In general, I think it's so powerful being able to combine the Olrox checks with the Silver Ring check. So Spike Breaker before Olrox is kind of a must if you want to save like the most amount of time and be as optimal as possible, right? And oh, is that another Vlad relic? Yeah, it was. So, oh, that means Fire missed out on a Vlad relic when he was doing his Wolf Rising shenanigans. Ouch. That means if Fire opts to completely skip that entire area, he is kind of in trouble. Wow. That's tough. But yeah, Dinner Dog is poised to just, like, cleanly sail through this entire seed. He has the library card as backup for whenever he wants to use it. Like... he's big chillin'. And I feel like he's also just so far ahead of everybody else. Meanwhile, I am interested in here in the top left. I'm not going to focus on it real quick, but I do want to just kind of point out that Fire is going to be the first person to check what's going on at Olrox. So we as an audience will know what's at Olrox's quarters. Ooh, Merman statue. That actually is kind of spicy. Because my plan of going into the caverns as soon as possible could be thwarted by Merman statue existing and if there's a Vlad relic at the Holy Symbol location. And it looks like Dinner Dog is also going to be doing this route, which is fine. I don't know. I would have risked it, but I'm also not racing right now, so... it is nice to have, though. It is a nice feeling to get Merman statue out of the way. Because if you find Merman statue in the second castle, it's just a burden on your like mental health, really. You're just sitting there wondering, like, oh God, when am I going to have to go back? Should I go back to check the Holy Symbol location, you know? Because in Guarded OG, outside of Merman statue, you will never find yourself in a situation where you need to backtrack to the first castle unless you skipped something, so... it looks like, yeah, a lot of people are going to be getting that library card because I think a lot of people are going through castle entrance to check a lot of stuff here. Wait, is Jupiter abandoning the castle entrance check? Oops. It looks like yeah. Jupiter didn't go to castle entrance. He's just saying, screw it. It simply won't have a Vlad relic. And funny enough, it doesn't. It doesn't have anything. So if he's skipping stuff... I mean, we'll see if he ends up making some scary plays later on because of it, but I doubt it. I doubt it. He's not missing out on anything for doing so. So he's in a good spot. Like, we can see Hornet in a similar situation is opting to go to castle entrance instead and is going to find nothing. So, interesting. Interesting routing decision to choose to skip that relic. Maybe he's saving it for later once he goes to the caverns. That's always an option as well. A lot of racers will choose to combine the Merman statue check with this check that Hornet is doing right now. Fire of Bat, yeah. Meanwhile, Dinner Dog dogging it up, making his way through, shredding through Olrox. Honestly, doesn't even have a Varda, doesn't need it. He'll get a Varda, though, eventually. It depends on when he library cards. He's already done Castle Keep, so maybe he library cards early? Like after finishing Sword Card, maybe? It depends. I don't know. I don't know what his plan is. I don't know when he plans to use his library card. He could be saving it for like a late game library card play, but... that's the thing about having a library card. It's really tough because you want to get the most value out of it if you only have one. But then there's always the potential of, if you haven't been to the library, that is, oh, but what if the library just sells more library cards and then I can get more out of more library cards, essentially. Because if you have multiple library cards, you can do much more open routing ideas where you go to like a far off corner of the castle knowing that you can library card your way out of there. But if you only got one, then it's a little bit trickier. Opening the shortcut and then library? Maybe. That might be what he's doing. It looks like that's what he's doing. That or he's backtracking to the caverns. Because at this point, I feel like that's not a great library card. Well, he has to do the entirety of the library check, so maybe he does it. No, he's going to backtrack. See, because if your goal is to get to the caverns, which it seems like that's Daredog's goal, I think it's faster to backtrack from here than it is to library card to get to the caverns. But he still has to do library, so he's just saving library for probably like the last thing he does. But we as an audience know that there's like literally nothing in the library except for buying a Varda if you want to, but there's no progression in the library. So let's check in on tab number 2. So far, it seems like Dinner Dog is comfortably ahead of everybody overall. Has anybody else got... Super's got 2 relics. Matthias with 2. They have Mist, they have Bat. Okay, so it seems like Superds and Matthias they're not too far behind, but they haven't done any of Allrocks yet. Meanwhile, they've all done library. So they're not terribly far behind, it seems. What is Dinner Dog doing? Okay. I was nervous for a second. He was like flying up, and I'm like, that's where you came from. Where are you going? Meanwhile, Veranos is already in the caverns. I think he skipped Allrocks. This was the idea that I had, which was skip Allrocks, go to the caverns as soon as possible. So far, I think Veranos' route is pretty good depending on what's at Holy Symbol. As long as he doesn't get baited by Merman and there's nothing at Holy Symbol. There might be something required at Holy Symbol. At this point, it's only Vlad Relics. That would be the only punish for doing this route. It looks like Jupiter is also doing a similar route, is going to Allrox's quarters. Sorry, probably skipping Allrox's quarters for now, because he already has the warp, but instead going to the caverns. Yep. Now, what does Succubus have for us? It's going to be the gold ring. Wait, what? Huh? Is this even randomized? All right. So far, this is a very interesting seed, I will say. Early transformations, 1 library card that's easily accessible. Ooh, Fire is back in the library? Or did Fire skip library? I actually don't know. It looks like Fire skipped library because this looks to be Fire's first time in the library because he's reading the shop right now. Yeah. Okay, so it looks like... Oh, there is a Chrysogrim in the shop. They couldn't buy Chrysogrims earlier because it cost 1k and they only had 4k. Fire opts to just grab 2 Vardas, says screw the Chrysogrim, it's not worth it. I feel like the Chrysogrim would have been... Oh, he already has one. Never mind. He had enough money for a Chrysogrim and 2 Vardas. Yeah, Fire has infinite firepower at this point. All right, dude. Dinner Dog's not even that far behind Viernos, and Viernos skipped all of the Allrock stuff. Dinner Dog's just going so fast. Jupiter, I think, is doing basically the same route as Viernos at this point, except Jupiter has the warp. I think that's the main difference. We have Scrimps in the bottom left, who I think is also doing a similar route. Maybe has skipped entrance stuff, too? We'll see, though. This is such an open seed when it comes to routing. Like, you can kind of just choose to go wherever, and it could work out. That the possibilities are there for it to just work out, depending on where you find your stuff. I still think the library skip is ingenious. There was a diamond in keep. Ah, that explains it. All right, let's see what Dinner Dog does. Oh, he's going for Merman. This is the only way that the early caverns is like the wrong play, is if there's a Vlad relic here. Otherwise, it's probably optimal to just go to Allrocks later and just skip Merman, you know? In this situation, I probably would skip, like, getting Merman wouldn't matter, and I just wouldn't check the Holy Symbol location, because this boat ride is so slow. And there's the possibility of needing to backtrack for it later. Like, I would just skip it, right? So, the only punish is if this is a Vlad relic, and since Dinner Dog already has 2 Vlad relics, the odds of it being another Vlad relic feels really low to me. I can't do the math because I don't know how to do math, but It doesn't feel like it could be a Vlad relic. Ooh, but it's Leapstone. All right, that's a nice to have. Like, that's going to speed up the rest of your speedrun. Probably to the point where, like, it's worth. I don't know. Leapstone is great. Leapstone fixes, like, so many issues that you might have with movement later on in speedrun, especially in the second castle. It just makes awkward rooms way less awkward. Being able to double jump, being able to dive kick in certain scenarios. It's so nice. Especially with no gravity boots in sight, it seems like. Seems like gravity boots are probably a second castle relic unless they're in the mines. Ring at Merman. What are you talking about? Oh, snap. You are right. I'm looking in the bottom right. Scrimps has the Ring of Vlad. Oh, wow. You got crazy good eyes for being able to see that. Does anybody else have it? Oh, yeah. Matthias had gotten it. Wow. Yeah, it seems like everybody's either funneling their way into the caverns or is already in there. It seems like caverns is going to have... I mean, they have access to all the progression right now, actually. Essentially, as long as there's no more Vlad relics in the first castle, your goal is to just get Gold Ring, Spikebreaker, then Silver Ring, then Holy Glasses, and then go to the second castle. It's basically how a glitchless speedrun would do it if Spikebreaker was required, basically. So, as long as Dinner Dog doesn't skip the Merman statue check, we're in business. Wait. Jupiter, no. Wait. Jupiter skipped Merman statue. Again. He's getting punished again. No. Dude. Oh, my God. I feel so bad for Jupiter. Because Jupiter lost the last tournament because he went to Merman statue. And it was more likely. Back then, in the Lycanthrope tournament, the odds of Merman having an important relic was a 1 in 3. Twice, back to back, he chooses to skip it when it's a random chance to be anything, right? It cannot be a progression item. It can only be a Vlad relic at best. And both times it's a Vlad. You can't help but just feel bad. Like, that's just unlucky, straight up. Like, that's just unlucky. I will argue that maybe it is worth, in such a large race with 14 competitors, that you should put aside the fastest possible strats to do more consistent strats, end up somewhere in the middle of the pack for most of the races. But getting first or second place is just such a huge point amount. Like, you get 8 full points, whereas if you get, you know, anything under 8 or worse, you only get 1 point. So it's, I get it. You're trying to get high value out of your placements, but man, I don't blame him. That's the thing, is I do not blame him, because statistically it is the right play. He just happens to live in the universe where it's the wrong play. Like, in like 90 other situations, skipping Merman in both races is the correct play. The odds of it being a Vlad relic in both races is absurd. It's just impossibly absurd. Nothing at Grand Floon. And the worst part is, Jupiter has a library card. He's going to use his library card after getting Spikebreaker. There's a 0% chance he does. He also skipped the castle entrance check, actually. So he skipped Merman and entrance? Right? Unless he did entrance earlier and I missed it. I don't know. I don't know about this one, Chief. Alrighty, y'all. What do you think is going to be at Spikebreaker? Let's find out. Ooh, Mystic Pendant's actually a nice pickup. Double your MP refill rate is actually really nice. After playing Lycanthrope, the double MP refill rate is just so nice. What? Vanilla Spikebreaker? How could this be? Damn, looking at everybody's perspectives, who is farther ahead? Maybe Scrimps, if he opts to skip everything and go straight to the second castle, he could technically be ahead. Because he has all the relics. Hornet is doing okay here in the bottom left. Fire is missing the Eye of Vlad, which was at... The Eye of Vlad, which he skipped because of his Wolf Rising shenanigans. Dude, unfortunate. A lot of people getting owned by just some silly, unlucky choices, honestly. Superds also seems to be doing quite well. Also hasn't been to All Rocks yet because of no merman statue, which, as we know, is fine. You know, not having access to Leapstone kind of sucks, but it's not the end of the world. Razio is also on his way down. Doesn't have Spikebreaker yet, but has all of the Vlad relics. Matthias has all the Vlad relics and Spikebreaker. Hold on. Matthias, he's dropping frames like crazy, but he's actually kind of in a good spot. He hasn't done All Rocks yet, so he's going to slow down to do the All Rocks checks on his way to get Silver Ring, but that is a more efficient route. Regardless of him being a PowerPoint presentation, he's putting the power in PowerPoint presentation. Thank you. How many racers? We have 14 racers total. This is tied for the largest tournament race yet, tied with the race that we had earlier today, which was also 14 racers. Not all of these are the same racers. Some of them have swapped out, but 14 racers nonetheless. So the only thing about Dinner Dog's route, however, is he will be a little bit slower after Spikebreaker because he is going to library card and then he has to check all the library locations. Whereas everybody else has kind of already done the library checks. Although everybody's going there with Mist, so they're going to check the Soul of Bat most likely as well. So I don't know. Oh boy, oh boy. I can't help but look at Jupiter's perspective over here and just feel dread. Yeah, he skipped the Mystic Pendant as well. To be fair, that's like a tough relic to like, or item to look at because it's in like the corner of the screen. It's behind a bunch of enemies. Yeah. Big money for Dinner Dog. I think he's getting the Crystogram and probably... Did he miss the Vardas? I think he missed the Vardas. I could be wrong, though. I didn't see him pick them up. They're at the bottom of the screen, so it makes sense. No, he did get them? Okay, good, good, good. Never mind. Thank you, chat, for correcting me. So, yeah. Yet again, it comes down to... who goes to the second castle first with all the Vlad relics in their inventory? They are the ones with the largest possible lead. And as of right now, the only people that have all the Vlad relics is Scrimps, Dinner Dog, and Matthias, who is shockingly going for Silver Ring right now, but not doing All Rocks? Is Matthias going to just skip All Rocks altogether? Wait a minute. Hold the phone. Get this PowerPoint presentation on my screen right now. Actually, he stopped dropping frames. He's fine. No, he's still PowerPointing. Yeah, he's PowerPointing. Quick, everyone in chat, use the point at the screen to power his point. If Matthias opts to skip All Rocks and just go to the second castle right now, once he grabs glasses, what is he doing? Is he going to have to go through... Did he open the Coliseum Warp? Did Matthias open the Coliseum Warp, or is he going all the way around? He's going all the way around! He's going through the chapel stair room! Oh my god, he is committed to skipping All Rocks! Little does he know that that's the correct play! Oh my god. So it all comes down to whoever gets Holy Glasses first, I think, between him and Dinner Dog, right? And Dinner Dog's on his way to get, Silver Ring, but not glasses. Wait a minute. Matthias won 2 of the races yesterday, right? Am I remembering this correctly? Yeah, Matthias won 2 races yesterday. No, wait, no. Jupiter sniped at the last second. I forgot. That's not what happened. He won 1 of the races yesterday, not both of them. But he could win another one today. I think that would make him firmly the point leader if he wins this. Because Dinner Dog is on his way. Oh, yeah, he's on his way to get Silver Ring. Meanwhile, Matthias is on his way to get the glasses. I don't think there's anybody else that's even in a position to get the glasses yet. The Chapo Stair Room is a good route in this exact scenario where you hard commit to skipping all rocks. The only way this doesn't work out for Matthias is if he somehow is like, okay, now that I have holy glasses, now I'm going to check all rocks. That would be bad. That would be a throw. He needs to just go to the second castle and commit to his gamble of skipping those 2 locations. But that's a hard decision to make in the moment. Like, he doesn't know if it's the right decision, and it could creep up in the back of his mind. I'm very impressed with Matthias's performance in these, like, open qualifier races, by the way. Like, you know, somebody who honestly was, in my opinion, not the person I would expect to have the potential to get first place seeding-wise going into the final bracket. But he's poised to do so, which is crazy. I know he's a grinder. I know he's been playing a lot. Everybody's been playing a lot, honestly. So it's just happy to see all the hard work that people are putting into getting better at the randomizer to show it's paying off, you know? Oh, I didn't do the meme. Yeah, what are the glasses going to be, chat? Oh, wow, it was holy glasses the whole time. What? Vanilla. Yeah, dude, Matthias is so far ahead as long as he skips all rocks. As long as he commits to skipping all rocks, he is very much ahead. Where is he going? He's going up. Now, is he doing this to warp? Did he already use his library card? Or is he committing to check all rocks? If he checks all rocks, he might lose his lead. Maybe. It's possible that he doesn't, but it's also hard to tell where he's at because of the PowerPoint presentation, but it's okay. Not everybody has great internet. I used to have terrible, terrible internet. It made me so mad. Do you guys know how... Ooh, it's so mad to try and stream with bad internet. Ooh, it makes me mad. Dinner Dog's on his way to grabbing the glasses now. Fire's on his way to grab Silver Ring, but he's missing one of the Vlad relics. Jupiter just got glasses, but he's missing one of the Vlad relics. It looks like Hornet is on his way to get Silver Ring as well. Scrimps is on his way to get Silver Ring as well. A lot of interesting routing. Looks like Viernos is also on his way to get Silver Ring. Oh, no! He didn't commit. Matthias didn't commit to skipping all rocks, and I think this decision is going to cost him the W, potentially. We don't know yet. A lot can still happen in this race. We also have Superds low-key in the bottom left with both rings on his way to grab glasses. Superds is actually doing quite well, all things considered. We'll get Superds on the screen here. Because I think Superds has already done Alrox's quarters and is on his way to get glasses. He might actually surpass Matthias because Matthias is stuck in the Alrox's quarters section. They're going to pass each other, basically. Wow. Meanwhile, Dinner Dog is getting the glasses right now. Superds isn't terribly far behind. And has all relics. Matthias also has the potential. He just needs to get through all rocks very quickly. Those seem to be the top 3 right now. Razio also on his way to get Silver Ring. Very interesting. Very interesting. Matthias might get baited by Merman. I doubt it. If Matthias gets baited by Merman, that's a feels bad moment. Wait. Jupiter got baited by Merman. Hold the phone. Does he take this opportunity to check Merman statue now? Because what does he do from here? He got... Why would he go back for this? I guess because he only has 2 Vlad relics. And he's nervous. But on the surface, he looks calm spaghetti. If he grabs the other ring, he might be... It might be possible for him to come back. He also didn't do entrance. He might... Oh my god. He might find the extra ring at Merman statue and then do entrance. That's where he's going. He didn't break the bridge. Jupiter's back in this. He did lose some time because he's backtracking, but it's not the end of the world because he already has glasses. Hold on. If he has a library card, that might be good for him. Even not, he has the shortcut between castle entrance and the warp in castle entrance. So when he does the castle entrance check, he can just use that warp to go to castle keep. That's actually not that bad. Meanwhile, Supers was grabbing the glasses now. And Matthias already has the glasses. Whoa! Matthias ended up doing... Wait, yeah, no, he already did that. And he's on his way to second castle right now. So Matthias is actually ahead of Supers. I thought Supers would be ahead. So I guess clearing all rocks isn't actually that slow. And Scrimp's got the glasses. Vernos got the glasses. Hornet's grabbing glasses. Fire's grabbing glasses. But the first one to enter second castle with all of the relics and glasses is Dinner Dog, as we expected. He's just the GOAT. Skipping library is just goated. The only punish for skipping library is a crazy shop that you have access to. And like mist inside of the library. So what is the dog doing? He's winning, unless there is always a possibility that the last two relics are at, I don't know, Creature and like Force of Echo. Or even worse, the last two relics are Darkwing Bat and Creature. And then the left-siders rise up and claim what is theirs. They're heir to the throne of the true winners of speedrunning this stupid, dumb video game, randomizer dumb. Jupiter's not doing too bad. Hold on, Jupiter's actually making his way to the second castle right now. So Jupiter's not out of this entirely. Oh, it's Spirit Orb. It's Spirit Orb. Okay. Let's see who's on their way to the second castle right now. We got Supers. Matthias already in the second castle as well. Whoa. Matthias is surprisingly keeping it close with Dinner Dog. Right? Oh, he's just doing the item check. He's doing the one item check. Okay. That item check is very scary because I thought he was going left side. Okay. Supers about to enter the second castle. Jupiter also about to enter the second castle. Scrimp's about to enter the second castle. A lot of people are entering the second castle at the same time. Dinner Dog is first into Inverted Chapel. Fire about to enter. Matthias just enters. He's not at the chapel yet. So Matthias is like a full minute behind almost. 42:35 to Medusa. Let's see it. Nothing. Oh, Matthias isn't a full minute behind. He's about 20 seconds behind. Matthias isn't that far behind. 20 seconds, you can make that up just from better movement. Matthias could snipe first. It also depends on if people skip Creature or not, but we'll wait and see. Super's opting to use Alucard Shield and Shield Rod. Very interesting combination. I don't even know where he found that Alucard Shield. Probably a random drop. That's crazy. If this is a Creature Seed, then like, man, what is there to say? I'm pretty certain Dinner Dog is going to check Creature. Dinner Dog has been nothing but thorough in all of his races so far, which I think is the right play. In my opinion, when you're in a race with 14 people, you kind of want to do the more standard, the more safe options, just so you don't get blown out by like one or two bad gambles. But I understand the pressure to want to gamble because all it takes is skipping one or two relics and you instantly like just jump up to first place compared to some of these other routes. So like it's very tempting. But if you guess wrong, you just lose and you miss out on any chances of points. So far, actually, hold on. Nobody's doing left side, but we haven't seen anything out of the right side yet. Is left side just... Does left side have the relics? There's still Trio and there's still Beelzebub, right? If Trio or Beelzebub have a relic, then left side has no chance if anybody ends up doing it. I don't see anybody doing it. Maybe some of the people that feel farther behind, maybe if they enter the second castle a little bit later, they might consider it. Like Hornet, for example, is entering the second castle a little bit later, backtracked for a couple of extra checks. We'll see. Scrimps, honestly, not terribly far behind either. Scrimps is in the mix, has all the relics. Fire, unfortunately, is missing the Eye of Vlad. Fire is basically like GG's. I think fully out of this at this point. Because he unfortunately tried to wolf rise to the location that had the Eye of Vlad and then gave up because he ran out of MP, which is brutal. And then he said, screw it, I'm not going to go back there, because obviously, like, it's like sunk cost fallacy to go back for it kind of thing, but in this case, the sunk cost would have been worth it. But yeah, out of all these perspectives, Dinner Dog is still in the lead a little bit. Matthias is still a little bit ways away. Super's also in the bottom left, not terribly far behind either. Razio enters the second castle. A lot of people are either getting the glasses or entering the second castle now. But Dinner Dog pretty solidly ahead right now. All right, let's see what Trio has. This is one of the reasons why it's called Guarded OG, by the way, because Trio doesn't actually spawn a relic normally. This is one of the few things that got added via the Guarded. Well, it's still a life max up. Normally in game, it's a life max up, but it has the potential to be a relic in this preset. We just didn't see it this time. I have 2 drinks, of course. Sip 2 beverages is my favorite Smash player. I just want to be just like him. He plays Captain Falco so good. Why is Trio even in the vanilla game? That's a good question. I don't know. Atmosphere, it's kind of symbolic. Alucard used to be friends with these people, and now they're bad. So anybody who played previous Castlevania games is like, yo, dude. Actually, imagine you played Castlevania 3. It's like your favorite game of all time. And then Symphony of the Night comes out, what, like 10 years later? Not 10 years later. Like 6 years later? 7 years later? And you're like, bro, this game's good and all, but it's no Castlevania 3. And then you get to the second castle, you see fucking Ralph Belmont posted up with Sypha and Grant, and you're just like, you pull a soy jack in the year 1997, and you don't even understand why you're doing it. You're just pointing in the background going, oh. It is a cool boss. Trio is actually one of the few bosses that has, like, because there's multiple enemies at the same time, there's a lot of intricacies to making that boss fight work with, like, limited weapons. Most other bosses are pretty simple to fight if you know what you're doing. But Trio is one of the few where it's like, man, if you don't have a strategy and you have bad weapons, you're kind of in a bad spot. Speaking of bad bosses to fight when you are in a bad spot, Beelzebub is definitely one of them as well. And Jupiter's actually not that far behind now because of that Beelzebub snafu. And it's Power of Wolf. Left side is best side. No! Matthews is also catching up. God's Child. God's Child's doing it! He's doing it! He's going left side! Oh my God. The only issue is he entered the second castle pretty late. So it's gonna need to be a, like, creature relic, I think. I think creature needs to have a relic for for God's Child to be in this. Is anybody else doing left side? No. It's just God's Child with his 10,000 IQ. Oh, he has Alucard Shield as well. He doesn't have to worry that much about this room. That is the one thing that sucks about left side, is if you don't have gravity boots, the clock tower fucking sucks. But having Bat makes it not as bad, and having Alucard Shield means that you don't have to worry as much about some of the worst possible enemy combinations and stuff. The only other thing that sucks is it costs a lot of magic to get through the zigzag staircase, so... And Dinner Dog, I think, is going to get to creature first, actually. Unless... Oh, he untransformed. I thought he was going to skip creature. Okay. Jupiter on his way as well. Who else? We have Matthias on the other screen. Where's Matthias? Matthias, I think, is, also going to creature. Everybody's going to creature. So far. Everybody who's close to creature is going to creature. And I think Dinner Dog's going to get there first. Even though Gods went left side, granted, he just bumped up multiple places because he made that gamble, but he's still not stealing first. Wait, what? Did Matthews already check creature, or is he skipping? Wait. I think Matthews is skipping creature? He doubles back last second and says, never mind, I don't want to go? No! How does this keep... This is so fucked. This is so fucked. Funny enough, Jupiter, the OG creature skipper, says, nah, I ain't messing with that. Creature might have a relic this time. I'm not pushing my luck. This seed is insane. Vlad Relic at creature, Vlad Relic at merman statue. Hard punishing people who try and skip. Skippers are not feeling good right now. Skipping locations is ill-advised. We do not advocate for skipping locations. Oh my god, fire. Wow. Matthias, you had a... Wait! Oh, he's doing the save split! Oh, never mind. Matthias is going. He's just doing it kind of slowly. He's doing it with a save split. He's in the top left. So he is going. He's not... Okay, he's not going to lose because of this, but his potential for winning is diminished monstrably. Because this does... It loses some time going for the save split. Meanwhile, is it Dinner Dog W? Where is he? Where's my dog at? There's my dog. Yeah, this is looking like a clean Dinner Dog W now. Like, there's nothing left unless he dies. But he has freaking double Varda Chrysogrim. Like, I think he has double Varda Chrysogrim. I'm fairly certain. The Doppel versus Echo gamble might determine who wins. Oh, true. That is true. Godchild is right here and is also entering caverns right now. So actually, it might come down to if... whoever gambles wrong on Force of Echo versus Doppelganger might actually lose this, or might win if they guess right. But I don't know. It's a tough call. And also that means one of the Vlad Relics has to be there. Where does Dinner Dog go? He's going Force of Echo. As we know in this chat room, it's just gonna be there. It's always Force of Echo. Which check is faster? It depends. They're about the same length. Force of Echo is consistently always the fastest to check, so long as you have Bat, but... Oh no. But Jupiter is checking Doppelganger first. Is this how Jupiter comes back from what was thought to be unwinnable? By just guessing correctly at the end? He guesses wrong on some things to skip, doubles back, undoes the damage, and is now potentially about to win! The only win case for Jupiter here, I'm pretty sure, unless he just outmaneuvers Dinner Dog for the rest of the seed, is if this is the final Vlad. It's not here. It didn't matter. Everyone calm down. It didn't matter. Both locations were a dud, so it didn't matter. Oh, man, my blood pressure cannot take this randomizer. That is for sure. So I think with that, Dinner Dog's back in the lead? Yeah. I think Dinner Dog's back in the lead, but not by a lot. Jupiter could climb back with better movement. It's possible. If Dinner Dog makes a couple of movement mistakes, Jupiter's right there to take advantage of it. He's saved a ton of time in movement alone up to this point, so it's not out of the question that he could save up enough time to win over everything. And Godchild is also in the mix too. He's not out of this yet. I think he's... I don't know if this is his first or second check, but... he's not out of this. Matthias is also... they're all so close. They're all so close. It's going to come down to who finds the last Vlad Relic first. And I think Dinner Dog is going to be the first to check death at least. Yeah, Dinner Dog is a solid, like, what, 24 or 54-10 to the mines. He's like 20 seconds ahead. No, he's almost a full 30 seconds ahead. He's like 25 seconds ahead, actually. That's tough to save 25 seconds with only 2 bosses left. Just kidding, 0 bosses left. Oh my god. Death with the final Vlad relic 2 times? These seeds have been ridiculous. This is why I love Guarded OG. Every seed is good, all right? Guarded OG, when you're here, you're family, all right? The OG stands for all of Garden. That's right. I'm sponsored. Actually, legally speaking, I think I'm not allowed to say that I'm sponsored when I'm not. Regardless, family. God doesn't have All Rocks Warp. It's not that big of a deal. The All Rocks Warp doesn't save that much time. It saves time, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't save that much time. For example, Jupiter's opting to skip the warp entirely. Which is weird. Because it still saves time to use, for sure, but he's not using it. Fire's doing Galmoth? Yeah, it's because he missed out on the Eye of Vlad early, which is really unfortunate. Otherwise, Fire would be in this. If Fire just finished the Wolf Rise, he would be like neck and neck with Dinner Dog right now. Sag. Matthias also about to find a final Vlad relic. God's Child as well. Super skipped creature. Damn. Rough. Anybody else skipping creature? No. Razio's on his way. And a lot of people seem to be just having a casual jaunt through the rest of the castle. But Dinner Dog is the first. Will be the first to enter the final fight. Jupiter not terribly far behind. Like I said, it doesn't lose that much time. Jupiter was already 25 seconds behind. So I'm going to count when the clock opens and see their time difference now. 27. 56-27. So Jupiter is still a solid like 30 seconds behind, probably. What does Fire do? Does Fire just forfeit? I think he's forfeiting. Yeah, I think Fire is forfeiting. Unfortunate. I mean, he didn't click forfeit, but spiritually he's forfeiting. Oh, maybe not. Maybe he's rallying right now and saying, ah, damn, all right. You got me. Dude, if he doesn't remember that he skipped the check, that's going to be rough. Jupiter's so close to winning this. Meanwhile, I think this is just a Dinner Dog W. I mean, he's got 2 Vardas and a Chrysogrim. This is like some of the best DPS in the game. And oh, 1 swing with the fist. That was it. That was so fast. That was faster than Alucard Shield, I think. Wow. Crazy fast. Dinner Dog gets first place in both Guarded OG races. He snipes first place from everyone else. Meanwhile, Jupiter's finishing it up right here as well. There we go. Jupiter with second place. Great races overall. Fantastic. So happy to see so many people participating. So many close potential races. You know? Who's next? It looks like it's going to be Gods. Left side, best side. Let's go, God's Child. God's Child with the left side gambit probably was going to be close to like getting no points at all. Sniping third place. Sometimes all it takes is a left side gambit. Dude, this race was crazy. Very hot race indeed. GG's Jupiter. Dude, you almost lost the entire race by not going to Merman. The fact that you went back for it was crazy, and then the fact that you almost won afterwards was even crazier. But Dinner Dog's too consistent, too good. And I think this is third place. GG's God's Child, the left side gambit. Honestly, stealing third place. Straight up stealing it from Matthias. I'm pretty sure Matthias would have been third instead. Right? We're not missing anybody else. We don't seem to be, no. There it is. GG's. Matthias getting fourth. Matthews' save split cost him? Yeah. Unfortunate, you know, but it'd be like that. And then seems like everybody else here is gathering their last relics. A couple people skipped creature. Super skipped creature, which is very unfortunate. Fire is very sad. Poor Fire, dude. Fire was in this, but made one crucial mistake. And I think Scrimp should be here for 6th. Right? Or 5th, actually. Wow. Crazy. Yeah, Fire officially forfeits. And Scrimps cleans it up with a 5th place. Nice. All right. Let's clean up this UI a little bit. So we have 3 racers remaining here. Honestly, Hornets not terribly far behind. Could still clean this up. Superds, I think, yeah. Superds honestly not terribly far behind either. Going back for I gotta move myself to the top left now. Chat, you can exist with me in the same dimension. We'll exist together until the end of this race. Yeah, GG's to everyone. This race was crazy. Lots of crazy ups and downs. Really interesting seed overall. A seed designed to punish anyone who decided to skip literally anything. Which is very funny. Now we are all with pink hair and pushing 40. Wolf Rise should be banned. Dude, Fire. Oh. If you just got... if you just got the stupid relic, you... Oh, that's so sad. I feel for you, man. I really do. GG's, though. Like, I wouldn't feel too bad about it. You kind of got screwed with your MP, but... Oh, it looks like Razio is about to finish. And... I think, yeah, Razio should be next. Viernos isn't too far behind either. Hornet also isn't too far behind, is trying to warp. But Razio should be clearing in... oops, do not open Dolphin. I'm not trying to play Melee right now. Maybe later. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6th place. Razio still will walk away with at least a couple points. 6th place is still 3 points. No, 2 points. Just kidding. Right? No, 3 points. I don't know how to count. You actually don't need MP? That's something I didn't know. I thought you needed MP for you to do the thrust at all. I learned something new today because of that fire, which was really cool. You just ended up lowering your MP such that you couldn't transform anymore, which was unfortunate. So you have to like exist in this sweet spot. And I think Razio will be getting 6th. Here, if nothing crazy happens. Still walking away with a couple points. There it is. GG's. The next person to finish is the last person to gain more than 1 point out of this race, which is crazy. Having 14 racers is just absurd, and I think it's going to be Superds. Oh, it could be Hornet, actually. Hold up. Oh, man. Hold on. It's going to be a close one. This will determine who gets 2 points and who gets 1. You're basically doubling your points if you finish next. Hornets, I think, going to get it. Superds isn't terribly far behind either. Oh, using the Shield Rod spell with double Varda, insane damage. Superds is just now entering the fight underneath, below us. using the other Shield Rod spell, using Iron Shield. Wait a minute. Shield Rod versus Shield Rod. Shield on shield violence. Only has one beam, but still probably doing massive damage with double Varda. And I think Hornet's got this. There it is. Hornet walking away with 7th, which means everybody else, they did a fantastic job. So many people doing so many various interesting and fun routes. But everybody else here will be walking away with only 1 point. Oh, so close. Literally like 20 seconds behind each other. Superts with the finish. Vierno's not terribly far behind either. GG's to all the racers. It was a lot of fun to host this race. I hope you enjoyed as well. And we have 2 more races left, 2 more presets, which means 4 total races, sorry. 4 more races left, 2 presets. All that's left is Lycanthrope and Warlock. And then after that, we will be going on to the actual brackets. So lots of fun stuff happening. The tournament's not over, and there's more to happen later, but hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye, YouTube. Join the live stream, twitch.tv/DragonBlitz, subscribe, all that fun stuff. I'll see you later. Bye-bye, YouTube.